What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome to episode 37 of the Rise to Glory here at Gibraltar Apex. And today I've got for you guys the Champions League third qualifying phase, and today we are taking on Tel Aviv. Massive game for us here. I'm hoping we can get a good result. Not going to be easy, but of course in reaching this stage in the competition we have now guaranteed ourselves at least some Europa League games after this match. Worth noting, Tel Aviv, at least in my opinion, I was looking through their squad, they're probably not better than Hapoel. I'd say they're probably on par. They have more virtual players, but they have got a few very good players like Mbakani here. So yeah, we're going to have to be kind of a little bit wary of them, but they've not got like an unbeatable team is what I'm trying to say here. I think they are beatable, and I'm hoping we can maybe do something against them and cause a massive upset here. So anyway, looking at this game, obviously it's against Tel Aviv, the champions of Israel. If we look at the team selection for today's game, I have now saved our 4-4-2 counter as a permanent tactic. I really should, however, load in our normal 4-4-2 just in case we need it, but for the most part we're going to be playing the 4-4-2 counter. This is a formation that's kind of evolving, I guess, off our normal 4-4-2 system. This is the tactic that we used in the last game. It worked very well against Hapoel in terms of creating chances. We're going to give it another chance today. In terms of the team, no real changes to tell you guys about. There's no one struggling with fitness or anything like that. So yeah, the team is unchanged. I'm going to play John Murray ahead of Peachman just because I'm afraid to say, Mr. Jack, he's better than you. He is better than you. And there's not a lot I can say about it other than the 17-year-old deserves to play because he's better as a footballer. So anyway, let's submit our team for today's game. A few players lacking match sharpness, but that's to be expected. Looking at their system, they're going to be playing a 5-3-2, so that's a little bit interesting. I'm going to tell the players that nobody expects us to get a result. We are at home for this first leg at the Victoria Stadium. Going to be an absolute sellout, I imagine. I'm hoping we can get a good result here. We want to keep it firm defensively and keep it tight. Of course, if we can avoid conceding too many away goals, that's going to put us in a good position. Unlike against Hapoel where, well, last episode we conceded 3 away goals against them. We can't really afford to do that in this first game. We'll see how we get on here though. Looking at the stats, 50-50 possession. It's been a really tight game. Tel Aviv may be slightly edging it in terms of the shots they're having, but looks like at half-time neither team is going to create any chances, and it's going to be a very boring first half. I'm going to tell the players they're playing well though. As much as it's a little bit boring, a 0-0 result here certainly wouldn't be the worst result in the world. It would mean any kind of scoring draw puts us in a winning position away from home. Looking at the stats as well, we've had slightly more possession and we've really not looked that bad. So this is not a bad kind of way, I guess, for things to go either at the moment. No bookings either. I'm always a little bit paranoid when you're the smaller team that your players, they get a little bit over enthusiastic. They commit a few too many fouls and get a load of yellow cards. So good to avoid that. Does look like, however, after an hour, we are going to go into this game without a single highlight. I'm going to make some changes. John Murray's had a mare. Get Peachman on. We'll make just the one change for now. Still half an hour left in this game, but you'd feel like there's going to be some chances and some goals somewhere in this game for one of the two teams. Hopefully it can be in our favour. Peachman, the sub. Can he have an immediate impact, the number 14? Runs out wide. O'Connor. Back to Glenn Gilbert. Can he whip in a ball from deep? Our players need to get onside. Peachman gets tackled. Now Kadosh with Morgan, Garitano, Robson. Can we create something here? We're at home. If we could get a goal here, that would be absolutely huge with half an hour left. Sutton, Garitano, thread through O'Connor. O'Connor shoots. O'Connor scores. It's 1-0 here. And looking at the stats, you'd have to say we deserve it. I don't know how you have 3 shots on target, 2 shots off target, and 11 in total. But what matters is one of them has hit the back of the net for us. Garitano passes it out wide. O'Connor on the overlap. Hits it. Bang. Pick that out. How do you like those apples? He finds the back of the net. Garitano with the assist. O'Connor with the finish. And that could be a big goal for us. Looking at the stats, we are playing well here, although we do need to defend this set piece. Ball whipped in, back post. Blocked away there. That was a massive block. That was a clear-cut chance. I'm going to give the players a team talk here. I'm just going to encourage them. I just want them to enjoy this 25 minutes of football. Not get too angsty. Not make mistakes. Let's just relax and kind of embrace the moment here as there's 20 minutes left and we're still 1-0 up here. Time ticking away. I'm going to make another change. Guerrero is really struggling for fitness. Garitano, he's struggling as well. He's on struggling condition-wise, but I think I'm going to take off Sutton instead of Gary Tanner, just because he has got that assist and he is playing very well. So we'll get on a fresh pair of legs in the midfield, especially defensively. That could be useful. I'm going to switch to defensive as well here. If we can see out this for a 1-0, I'm not even going to be mad. There's a minute left on the clock. We just need to kind of play the clock here. Gary Tanno, options on the right. Robson, if we score now, it's game over. Connolly scores. It's 2-0 on the night. Scenes are happening right here. It's 2-0. And we've just given ourselves a massive chance of making it to the final kind of qualifying phase before the Champions League group stage. Connolly with the finish there. Tel Aviv have been underwhelming this game. They've had that one clear-cut chance. They've only had 2 shots on target. Our counter-attacking tactic working absolute wonders here. And that's probably going to be all she wrote for this game. Surely we can't score 2 in extra time. Go on, Connolly. We're not. The assistant is going to deny us there, and the referee blows the full-time whistle. But what a performance that was. Fantastic 2-0 home win. A convincing result there against Tel Aviv. We just now need to take that going on into the second leg. I will join you guys in a second. What a performance that is. We are just one more match after this off the group stage. Can we dare to dream? We've got to get through the second leg first. I will join you guys in a second. I'll be back. Okay guys, so it's been a week, we are back. I realised at the end of that segment I missed the opportunity to do a Terminator impression. Not going to do it now, we've lost that, moments passed. 2-0 up though after that first leg against Tel Aviv. We are now going away from home to Israel to try and complete what would be an absolutely insane upset here. I mean, whether or not it would eclipse the Hapoel one, I'll leave that up to you guys. But looking at this game, we go into it with a 2-goal margin. And to be honest, we probably deserve it off the back of that last game. We're going to stick with our 4-4-2 counter-attack. It served us well last game. I'm just going to encourage the players and tell them, you know, no one expects us to get a result still. Stick with what we know. Let's see if we can just kind of put in a similar performance to last time out. The fact we won 2-0 puts us in such a great position. 1 goal for us in this game. And well, suddenly it puts Tel Aviv in a situation where they'll need 4 goals to go through. So if we could score early on, that would be amazing. We do have a set piece, but it looks like they might even hit us on the counter here. Mbakani threading through Solodosho. Yusuf Solodosho, what a name that is. Headed away though by Gilbert. Out wide with Almeida. Inside, can we defend here? They're creating a chance. Kadosh, Michel. And Mbakani shoots. Felix is going to save it though. I don't know if that was the chance. Looking at it here, they've had 72% of possession early on. But we're on the attack ourselves here. Murray. Gaetano. Out wide to O'Connor. Can he pull it back? He scored in the first leg. He had a chance then. It was a good save by the keeper. A clear-cut chance as well. Unfortunately for us, it's not taken, but maybe we can make something of the set piece. Or maybe, just maybe, we're just going to give the ball straight to them as we have there. But nevertheless, an okay start to this game so far. We've not conceded in the first 10 minutes. That's got to be something. As I mentioned, we just need that 1 goal and suddenly 4 goals have to be scored against us. We might have a chance here. Sutton whips it in. It's cleared away. There was confusion in the box there. But at the moment, the chances that we're seeing are coming our way. And looking at the stats, I mean, Tel Aviv, they're not kind of pushing us. They're not really bullying us on the pitch, which is something that, generally speaking, you know, the bigger teams will try and do. And, you know, they'll try and just with their better quality, just kind of, what's the word? They'll just push you around on the football pitch. We're being plucky here. We're defending well. We need to defend here well, though. They do have the ball again. Kadosh, Michel. Just probing at the moment, Tel Aviv, looking for that opportunity. We're staying quite compact, though, as a team. Defending well, looking at our 2 strikers stood on their last men. Maybe one of them can make the run. We don't want to lose our shape too much, but the 4-4-2 is really working nicely here. As I say that, they get a chance. Felix, though, what a save, Meissen. Tips it wide. Yusuf, though, with a chance with this set piece. It's going to be headed away by Robson. And now we just need to deal with this ball. It comes in, it's headed over. It's another corner, but that was, I think, a headed clearance by Robson, the right midfielder. Not sure what he was doing in the box, but I'm glad he was there. Half an hour in, it's still 0-0. Tel Aviv, they've started to get into this game. They've started to do what I was worried they might do. They're starting to get, you know, a little bit more of the ball, having more possession, having more shots. That's a long shot. That hits the crossbar. Felix gets the rebound. Looks like at half-time, however, we are going to go in at 0-0, and that is perfectly fine for me at the moment. I'm going to tell the players I'm very happy with how they're doing at the moment. I'm now going to tell them that I've got faith in them and they can improve. They're absolutely lapping it up. Going to switch to defensive as well. I think we don't need to get, you know, quite as I guess attacking. We don't need to go quite so crazy going forward. We can afford just to sit, you know, a little bit deeper with our entire midfield and just soak up the pressure even more than we are doing at the moment. Tel Aviv, they've had that one clear-cut chance. They've got to be a little bit paranoid of us hitting them on the break, really, because they'll know how important it is that they retain a clean sheet. But they're going to need 2 goals here in the last half an hour if they want to take it to extra time at a minimum. And looking at the stats here, I mean, as much as they're having a lot of shots, they're not creating many clear-cut chances. I think I might make one change here. Gaetano is really struggling. Or Gary Tano. Have I been calling you Gaetano this episode? It's Gary Tano. I should just call him Gary. I said this a few episodes ago. I'm going to call you Gary. We'll sort that out after this episode. I'm going to go with the 4-4-2. I'm going to move in Tristan Sargent just because Gary Tano is a little bit tired. So let's do that change. 20 minutes left to hold on here. As I mentioned, we just need to make sure we don't concede 2. But if we concede now, it's going to give us a nervy 20 minutes. And they have got a few men over on this left-hand side. Glenn Gilbert, though, what a tackle. Now can we break? This is where we might have a chance because they're committing a lot of men up the field in pursuit of the win. We don't want to push up too high here. This is a questionable situation. I don't want to leave this space in behind. But they switched the ball quite nicely, actually, to Moshella. Now it's Malka. We'll go with that as his name. Barda now with the ball to Solidocho, to Cohen, going out wide. Can we defend this here? We can't. Holmes with the own goal. It's 2-1, and suddenly it becomes a bit of a squeaky bum time for us. Suddenly, I don't know, suddenly there's the pressure, isn't there? Tel Aviv, they've got one back. We've gifted it to them. We need to slow down the game now if we can. Let's waste time as much as we can. Hit the early crosses. Let's sit much deeper and go route 1. I want us to be more disciplined too. Let's do that. We have 10 minutes just to sit on contain and try and defend here. And it looks like with time slipping away, we're going to do it. There is a minute left on the clock. I mean, to be honest, Tel Aviv have been underwhelming this game. We've done extremely well defensively, I think it's fair to say. If we concede now, I might cry. We need to defend here though. Solidocho bringing the ball forward. There is a minute left. Kami. Moshel, that is a fantastic block. Now can we counter? We don't really need to counter. There's only 20 seconds left, but Connolly is through. Can he score? He hits the woodwork. And well, we've now had more clear-cut chances than Tel Aviv. That should be game over. That should be full time. There is 10 seconds left of this game. Just end it. End it. There we go. We're through, boys. 2-1. What a performance that has been. Absolutely superb. That was special. Nobody gave us a chance. And I know we've lost on the night 1-0. I don't care one little bit. Great performance. Connolly perhaps should have scored right at the death there. But it didn't even matter in the end. First leg triumph really helped us. And we are into the next qualifying round. And we will see who we are going to get. I believe now we have one more match before the playoffs. So the question is, who are we going to get? I assume it's done at the same time. Okay, it's done here. So we're doing it in 2 days' time. Let's go forward to this. Hernandez wants to discuss lack of first team football. I'm just going to tell him that Gary Tano is having the time of his life. He understands. Excellent. Right. It's Champions League playoff draw time. We've not been seeded for the draw. 10 teams have gone into the hat. Basel are in that. We don't want Basel. We really don't want Basel. I guess we get put against one of the seeded teams. I mean, who would I want? I'd probably want FC. I don't want Zagreb, Anderlecht or Basel if that's how it works. If it's a seeded team versus an unseeded team. Right. Give me your worst FM, please. Malmo going to take on Anderlecht. Okay, well, that's one of the big teams out of the hat. Cluj will take on Copenhagen. That's one of the... I guess we get drawn first. Zagreb. Oh, okay, we've got Dynamo Zagreb. That's going to be such a tough game. I mean, we've beaten teams as good as Zagreb, and at least it's not Basel or Anderlecht, but at the same time, that's going to be one hell of a challenge. We just take a look at Zagreb's side. They've got Marco Rog. He is their best player. He is absolutely insane. Wish he was injured for a bit longer. Let's just have a quick flick through here. I think this is going to be our toughest game yet. I mean, they've got good players, but their players... okay, they are quite good. I don't want to kind of take the approach of, oh, they're not unbeatable. They kind of look a bit like Hapoel, if I'm being honest. Yeah, they've got some good players. Okay, well, that's who we're going to be taking on next time. I'm going to need some words of encouragement, but we've punched above our weight so far in this qualifying. I now do need to cancel this friendly. We can't have a friendly then. Cancel that. That's not happening. I'm sorry, Gibraltar United. We've got a Champions League Champions playoff match to play. Guys, hopefully you have enjoyed this episode. If you have, absolutely smash the like button. This has been a crazy run in the Champions League qualifying. If we beat Zagreb, we get to the group stage. That would be unreal. Hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. If you have enjoyed, as I mentioned, smash the like button. If we could get to 750 likes, that would be absolutely mad. And yeah, other than that, it is me, Jack, and I'll talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.